And we're live! Hey guys, it's Kelly. So today I'm doing a live show with Adriana over at Islandofdri, and we're going to be talking about K-pop. So this is a subject that I don't really know much about, but lucky for me that Adriana is an expert on it. So Adriana, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. My name is Adriana. I am obviously from the channel Island of Dree. I was about to say Island of Books. Not that. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an expert in K-pop, but I am well versed enough that I can delve other people into the realm that is K-pop.
So I watched some videos and like music that Adriana gave me from a bunch of various groups. So today we're going to discuss some of that. But first, I just wanted to ask Adriana some questions because I was a little confused watching all of these videos.
A lot of people are. It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain K-pop.
hmm
It just is.
Okay, so first I'd like to ask like you how you got started into K-pop and this music.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Probably in 2012, I was really into this group called Big Bang, which is a pretty famous group in Korea and around the world. And I started listening to Fantastic Baby, which I think you listened to, and you were just
Yeah.
really yeah. That's pretty much Big Bang.
Mhm.
They went on a hiatus. They didn't make music for a while, and I kind of like left K-pop. So in the past like year and a half, I've just been really like back into everything since they've had their comeback, and it's I don't know. It's just once you get in, you can never go back.
It's like that whole fandom thing once you're in a
Oh my
fandom.
gosh, I like with books and everything. It's
Mhm.
it's it's like you have your fandoms, you have your OTPs and everything. It's like that in K-pop
Mhm.
times 1,000.
Like there were just so many groups and there were so many like people in each group that like I was just so confused. So like
Oh
how
yeah.
do like how do like K-pop groups form and like get so many people within them?
Okay, that's really a not controversial topic, but in South Korea, there's a lot of how would I say it? There's companies that audition people and then they take them in and they start as trainees and they train for like years and years. And some people have to audition like probably more than once. There's this one artist called Rain who auditioned for a company a total of 18 times before they actually took him in. And then once you're auditioned and once you're in the company, you have to train for a certain amount of time. And then you get chosen to put in certain groups, whether solo, big groups, small groups, and then you have to sign a contract which has dating limitations on it, things you can or cannot do. But yeah, it's pretty manufactured, which is it's different from American pop
Mhm.
because a lot of times they go through like the internet and a company signs them and they're more free. But in in K-pop, it's not the case, and there's tons of different companies. There's like I think the big three or the big four, and then there's tons of other small ones that are coming up with their own um, bands, and it's pretty intense. I really don't know how I remember all these people's names, and I can barely remember physics equations.
I feel. Um
Yeah.
so like within like groups and stuff, I've heard there are like kind of like roles for each person within a group. Like how does that work? How does like roles get assigned?
Okay. Usually there's in bands there's usually like a leader, and sometimes most of the time it's the person who was there first, or it's either that case and or the oldest one, which in Korean is called a hyung, and then just people are put into the group, and then sometimes there's changes. But with roles, there's the oldest, um, which is the hyung. Sometimes there's more than one, and then the maknae is the youngest, which
Mhm.
you will hear a lot. Like, oh, Jungkook is the maknae of BTS. Yeah.
Mhm.
But roles in the group, a lot of times K-pop. companies want to have a well-diverse group. So they'll have different singers who can sing in different pitches, rappers, dancers, but sometimes each can go into another realm. Like they're trained for years in dance, so they're all very well versed in dance. But some people are strictly rapping, some strictly sing, or they can do more than one.
Wow, that sounds like so much work to like train for all these years and like get into this. So like is there like a way they get into this, like they decide when they grow up like, oh, I'm gonna be like a K-pop star, or is that like frowned upon?
Uh, it depends. If South Korea is still very, it's still very traditional, but now there's a lot of schools that are dedicated towards the arts. So there'll be performing arts schools that they go to, like in high school, and they'll train there for, I don't know, their whole high school career, and then they may or may not go and get picked up by a company, and in most cases people don't get picked up by companies, and that's the reality. Usually the top, I think, 3 to 5% of the total amount of people who are like auditioned and trained, only 3 to 5% roughly are actually debuted in groups. So there's a lot of people that don't get chosen, unfortunately.
Oh, all right. I have more questions here. Okay.
Go ahead. Right here.
All right. So, if you were to get into a K-pop group, or like, I mean, like as a fan,
Okay.
are there like terms you should know? Like, I hear the term bias being thrown around. Like,
Okay. I actually have a list of
okay.
things, of terms in K-pop that
All right.
are very well versed. For once, bias is your favorite member in a group.
Okay.
So for me, someone that people know, Rat Monster from BTS.
Okay.
That's where the up there. But yeah, the bias is just your favorite member in a group. There's another term called bias wrecker, which is someone. So you have like your bias, but then you have someone who's like you really really like, but it's not your bias, and it keeps like conflicting with your emotions. And it's pretty much a bias wrecker. Let me just find all my notes on here. Okay, have some terms. So we just went over the term bias.
Okay.
And I'll ask you what you think the terms are, and then I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
All right. Let's go.
Okay. What is aegyo? Aegyo. Aegyo. If anyone saw my How to Be Cute video, you might know what I'm talking about.
Is it like when a person like tries to act cute, like younger
Yeah.
than like their age?
It's like the trait that characterizes someone being cute or like their cuteness level. So a lot of groups will have like someone who's, I don't know, I don't want to say the cute one, but a lot of times groups are asked by fans if they can do aegyo, which is like be really cute. Yeah. And there's like kiyomi, which is like this aegyo dance, something like that.
Okay, I saw that in your video.
Yeah, I tried. Didn't work too well. But you got that. Okay, so we're not going to count the bias of the bias worker. So you're 1 for 1 now. Okay,
Cool.
what is a stan? STAN.
Is that like your fave? Like you're like a big fan of them? Like that's your like number one? Like you vibe with them?
Yeah, it can be used in 2 different ways. It's like you're really for groups, like you're obsessed over this group, or it can be used in a sense that you've been there a long time. Like, there's this group that's coming out and debuting, and I am a stan of them because I've been following them for like months and months, and I really like them. So that's good. You're like 2 for 2.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
It's kind of playing off this one, but what is a sussing?
A what?
A sussing, like a sussing fan in terms.
Is it like a fake fan?
No, the total opposite. They're
Okay.
extreme fans that in some cases have stalked people, taken clothing from them, spit in their faces just to get their attention.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we don't really like sussing fans.
All
And
right.
usually it's like in whatever city that they're in, which is usually South Korea. There's a lot of sussing fans there.
That's crazy.
So I know. What's day back mean?
Could I get like a reference, like in a sentence?
Okay, day back. That performance was awesome.
Is it like, oh my god, or like, dang, that was awesome?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like
Okay.
short expression, just exclaiming like, "That was cool" or "awesome" or "great."
All right. Okay.
That's pretty good. What is a selka?
Oh god. Oh, a selfie?
Yeah, basically, it's a term for selfie. Okay, what is an all kill?
All kill?
Mm-hmm.
Is it in reference to like a dance or song that's like really good or something?
You could say that.
Okay. That's all I got.
Okay, well, basically, an all kill is when a K-pop song tops all of the major charts
Hmm.
and at the same time. So in Korea, I think there's like five. I'm not quite sure, but there's a lot of different music charts, and like an all kill is basically you release a music video and the music, and it goes viral on all these different charts.
Okay.
So next is fan service. What do you think fan service is?
This is like referenced in anime a lot. Isn't it
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
right? Isn't it like when like the fans ask for something to happen and then like the people like do it for them because the fans ask?
Yeah, it's basically a celebrity, just like what's it called, an act
Hmm.
that a celebrity will do to please fans,
Okay.
basically. And so, what is well, you may or may not have heard this, but what is fighting or fighting?
Is that like just like kind of like an expression that they use? It's like we can do this or like
Yeah,
let's
like do your
go.
best or good luck.
Okay.
Pretty good. Okay, what is a fan war? Pretty kind of self-explanatory.
Is it like a war between fans?
Yeah, it's like internal arguments between it's two levels. It can be within a group,
Yeah.
or between two groups. So a lot of times it happens between EXO and BTS. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, well this one's easy. I don't think you're gonna get this one at all. But what is a fandom?
Well, it's this pit of black hole where you just fall in and you just can't return.
Oh my gosh, yes. Wow, A plus.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. So do you want to talk about the videos you watched?
Yes, I think we'll start in order from the ones that you gave me. So we'll start with like BTS because this is the first one that you gave me. I really, really liked Dope. That was the first one that you gave me, and I saw, and I got into it, and I was a little confused at first because, like, I don't know what they're saying, and like the costumes are like what's happening. But I really like the rhythm, and I really love like synchronized dancing. Like, I adore that.
Yeah, usually for every song or K-pop song, there's usually a dance that goes with it. It can be really, really simple or very complex.
I love that though. Like they were like so good, like dancing. What were the other ones that you gave me? Hold on. I have a list. I have the list. Uh, okay. And then the next one, We're Bulletproof Part 2 that you gave me. I didn't
See this? That was oh my gosh, that was probably like a year after they debuted.
Oh really?
Oh, so much has happened.
Like the dancing was really cool in that, but like it was like really hardcore and like it was like very fast moving, especially the way they filmed it. It was very quick transitions. It kind of felt like a strobe light. Maybe if you had like epilepsy, you could have had a seizure going on, but it wasn't bad.
No, I really enjoyed after like once I got into BTS, it was like We Are Bulletproof was like I don't it's just they wanted to be hip hop so bad, but now at like with their new music and their new album that's out, it's more calming. I kind of there's a couple songs on their album that I relate to in The Weekend, but it's not The Weekend and it's so much better. I don't know. They've just really grown as artists. So like their what was their first video? I can't remember. But No More Dream. Oh my gosh. Compared to that to now there's a huge like improvement gap and it's pretty awesome to see artists grow over the years.
That's cool. Oh, so question relating to that, like do artists like change their style as like they like progress, or like do they just get better, or like
Depends.
mhm.
Some groups will just mainly like stay one path, but I think a lot of times it's just the progression and the trends that are going on that really develop artists. So I'm guessing like there's some groups that just stay on like pop music or have like a varying theme, so to speak, throughout. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just the trends and the way that the artists want to grow and move forward with their music.
And the last BTS song that you gave me was War of Hormone, and I actually really like that too. Not as much
Ah,
as Dope though, but I really like that.
yeah. They most of that they filmed in one take, so it's like a continuous
Oh, really?
strand that goes through. But yeah, I really love that song. It was you were on your video. You were like, "What's with all the butt touching?" And
Yeah, I was like, why do they keep
okay,
slapping each
so
other's butt?
the lyrics are basically saying she looks really good from front to the back.
Okay.
So yeah, after like when I first watched that, I was like, why are you touching? No, but when I put the subtitles on, it kind of helped a bit more to
Okay.
understand. And I think subtitles are really good for international fans because when something happens, you don't know why and you want to know. So the lyrics really help.
Yeah, I should probably listen to it with the lyrics so I kind of understand what's going on, but I just went
Yeah,
for it.
there's a couple YouTubers who actually have done English covers of K-pop songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just even other K-pop artists have done English versions, and I think it's really helpful if they do that for like international fans.
Mhm. Also, like I noticed like a lot of the songs have a bunch of like English in it and
Mhm.
Korean, and it's just like a mix of the two. Like, is that
Usually that's purposeful. That's for like international fans so that they can know and they can like sing along if they can. But yeah, that's just kind of like the style they add and listen to it so that international fans can have a part in it, whether they be from North America or wherever, because English is pretty widely taught across the world. So it's easier to put English in than say French.
it's cool? Okay, so now Big Bang.
Oh, oh, Big Bang. Bang, bang, bang.
This this was a really weird group, I have to say, especially because the first one I watched was Fantastic Baby, and I
Yeah,
was just
I should have given you a different one. I'm like, what am I gonna make her watch first? Let's watch Fantastic Baby.
it was definitely really odd to just be thrusted into this world where first I don't know what they're saying, second I don't understand the aesthetic of the video, and it was just I don't even know.
Yeah, Big Bang is has been around. This is their 10th year. They've been
Oh
around
my
for
god.
10. Oh yeah, they've been around for 10 years. Um, Fantastic Baby came out in 2012, so it's definitely a big progression. You watched Bang Bang. I think you watched Bang Bang Bang, right?
Yeah, I watched that last. Yeah.
Yeah, that was released this year, so you can see the
Oh.
big transition between Fantastic Baby,
Mhm.
Bang Bang Bang.
Mhm.
Um, but no, they're very big, over the top. Like, they're one of the most popular groups in South
Really?
Korea. Oh yeah, massive. Um, yeah, they're just like the gods basically of K-pop.
So, like, with Big Bang being like on top or like one of the most popular ones, what other groups are like really popular in South Korea?
Okay. There's a new girl group that debuted called Twice, and I think you'd really like them because you like the dance and
Hmm.
everything. But yeah, they have a song called Ooh Ah, and hopefully I can do a dance cover. Uh, I've been trying to wait to do that. I have here. 17 is really popular. I did a dance cover of that.
I know I
One
saw
of
that was
the
really good.
no, I think you'd really like 17.
Hmm.
There aren't 17 members. There's 13 members.
It's just called 17. Just
Yeah,
pick
no,
a
because there's
number.
17 members plus 3 subunits plus one whole group is 17. I
Oh.
don't even understand the logic sometimes. They're this is one subunit, another subunit, and then there's one up there. They have a vocal unit, a rap or like a hip hop unit, and then I said vocal, performance unit. So
Oh.
yeah, they do a lot. Also, another group that debuted in 2015 is a group called Monsta X. It's not it's X. Um, Block B is really popular. They've been around for a long time as well.
Hmm.
Shiny, they've almost been around for 10 years.
Oh my
Super
God.
Junior's been around for over 10 years.
Wow.
AOA, Red Velvet, there's so many. Yeah, it was really like when I came back from when Big Bang came back from their hiatus, I was like, oh wow, there's all these other groups I should listen to, and
Hmm.
that became this, and yeah.
Okay, okay. And the next one I listened to was Loser, and I actually really like that song.
Just a loser, what Johnny? I love that.
It was like very different from going from Fantastic Baby to Loser, and I actually like really liked Loser because I could actually see what was going on and what was happening and kind of understand a bit of the lyrics more than Fantastic Baby.
Yeah, I think Big Bang is one of those groups that can do so much. They can go really hardcore to ballads and then everything in between. A lot of their members have done like side projects, they've gone solo while still being in a group, and they're just like they've done so much and it's pretty intense.
Hmm. And then the last one I listened to was Bang Bang Bang, and I liked that one, but I don't think I liked it as much as Loser.
Yeah, Bang 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 is like in your face, bang
Mm.
bang bang. Hey. But yeah, I don't know. They are so much like that video literally broke the K-pop community when it came out because
Oh,
everyone
really?
was like, why? But no, they
Yeah.
can go from like bang 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 to loser. That was all within the frame of 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've done so much.
But I must say, like, their videos, like, make you just go, what the heck is going on? And they're entertaining.
Oh, definitely. Their concerts sell out within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
If that, probably less.
Also, I noticed they don't, like, dance as much, like, compared to, like, BTS. They don't,
Oh, they
like,
do. Oh, they do.
oh, do they?
They do a lot more in their videos. They put a lot more cinematography in, but a
Okay.
lot of groups do things called dance practices. So you can search up, I don't know, like BTS or Big Bang dance practice, and it will show the entire dance, and it's all in one take, and it's pretty intense.
Okay.
Yeah, like videos that you see that don't have dance in them will probably have a dance, like for performance purposes.
Okay. I like that. I like that. And then now we got into the girl groups more, and the first one I watched was Girls' Generation and G.
Oh my gosh, 2009. Ah, Yeah, that's old. That's like Girls' Generation, the beginning. That's when they had I want to say 9 members because they lost one last year due
Oh.
just her being kicked out.
Oh, does that like happen often? Like members being
um,
kicked out?
Sometimes groups have complications with companies, like they're not getting paid enough, they're not getting paid at all, or just their contract is so bizarre, like they're not allowed to eat certain foods, they're only allowed to eat like I don't know, a tomato a day or something.
Oh my God.
Um, but yeah, that happened to EXO, happened to Girls' Generation. Block B left their company and went to another company. Yeah, it's not uncommon, which is kind of sad, but
Mhm.
it does happen. But G is really colorful, and that was like
Yeah.
beginning of Girls' Generation.
It was really
It's a stamp on K-pop. It's like everyone knows G.
oh really? It was really cute and girly and fun. It wasn't my favorite out of like their whole set that you gave me, but it was entertaining.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And the next one was I Got a Boy, and I think I like this a little bit better because like they were very hardcore and like strong, and I really liked that, especially like their dance sequences. It wasn't as soft and like fluffy as G. I liked
hmm
it.
I Got a Boy is probably I listened to that like while I was with Big Bang before their hiatus. So I that was probably a song I played almost every day. I loved that song when it first came out. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's probably if you look at Girls' Generation, it's probably one of their most viewed and listened to songs ever.
Mm-hmm. It also like switched a lot. I noticed it switched rhythms a lot, and I was kind of confused. Like,
Yeah, I was too at first, but it kind of gives you that unique factor
yeah. Mm-hmm.
that I just really like.
And then the last one I listened to was You Think, and I really like that. They were really fierce, and it was just great. I loved it.
Yeah, you think it's I love just it's like Girls' Generation and Power, SNSD. But yeah, for me, I wanted to definitely show you something from Girls' Generation, but it was hard to pick which one. Like they've
Mm-hmm.
had Lionheart and Party that came out this year, which are really, really good. But I think showing you something from like the beginning of their careers to now is kind of what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So you're like something there in between.
Mm-hmm. And then I listened to another girl group, and that was FX. And the first one I listened to was Electric Shock.
Oh, I love that. Um, yeah, FX is probably more well known for its members because a lot of girl groups are shown to be really feminine and very girly and cute, whatever. And I think FX really breaks down that mold, and more specifically, one of the girls, Amber, who I love and adore so much. She just is a tomboy and is comfortable in other clothes, and I think that's amazing to show that to young girls,
Mhm.
saying it's okay to be different. I and she was fine with it, and I it definitely helped me because used I wear a lot of non girly things.
Yeah,
But no,
I liked it. Sorry. I liked Electric Shock. It was really fun, and I really liked how there wasn't so many members also, unlike Girls' Generation, but there's like so many of them, and I was
oh,
just getting confused.
yeah, FX. A lot of people love FX. They've been around for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
They finally got their first tour, like their first like headlining tour, and yeah, it's they've come a long way.
Yeah, I also liked how you point out like they are really edgy, and I do like that as opposed to like the really girly side, and it was just really fun to watch.
Definitely.
And then I listened to Hot Summer. I also really liked the dancing in this one. It was very like repetitive and stuff, but like the dancing was definitely like there, and I like that.
Definitely. Their Hot Summer was definitely a song that was like colorful in your face, but it was also really, really enjoyable.
Hmm. And then the last one was Four Walls, and I think I like this one the best out of all of them, not only because the music video for it was a little bit different because it was more artsy and less like dancing and frilly and stuff, and I really like that one.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised when they came out with such a simple video, and I think it was more square, and some people were very confused. They're like, are we on drugs or something? But no, they did a really good job of portraying that video, and I really enjoyed it. It was very simple, and they
Yeah,
have a dance for it. Like you didn't see any dancing in it, but there was like a specific dance for it.
that's cool. I liked it. I liked it. And then the last one I listened to was EXO, and I listened to this like prior before we decided to do this live show or anything.
Mhm.
And I listened to Call Me Baby and Wolf, and I liked them.
Yeah, EXO, I think they debuted in 2014. I'm not sure, but they're definitely a group that a lot of people love.
Hmm. I specifically like it because like their members are all generally pretty. Like all of the guys and all of the all of like the bands and like groups gave me, like they all have really attractive, pretty looking people, and just specifically this group, and it's great.
Yeah, they were. I just the thing with EXO is there when they first debuted there was EXO-K and EXO-M. EXO-K was mostly Korean and they sang in Korean, and EXO-M was mainly sang in Mandarin, had Chinese group members in it. But then there was a fallout, and now there's only one group. Two of the members left. There was nine, there's eight, there's nine. There's this ongoing joke within the international community that we're always the last ones to know if someone leaves. Um, but no, they've been putting out a lot of really good music. I think they had their Dallas show I think a couple days ago. So they have been on a North American tour like right now.
That's so cool. Yeah, I like EXO. I really like them.
A lot of people do.
uh, so like going off of like the videos and stuff, if someone does not have a K-pop friend expert, where do you recommend that they like start when they look into K-pop?
Oh my gosh. YouTube is definitely a great place for it. One of my favorite YouTubers that has ever been on the planet are two is Kenny and Dre. They're two K-pop YouTubers. One does reactions. Well, they both do. And they're kind of like your friend in K-pop. Like sometimes they don't know about a group and they'll just get into it. But there's a lot of people on YouTube who are like more than happy. Just
Sorry.
like ask
What?
any of us and we just
What?
will be more than
That's
happy to
okay. You can
help.
watch it without me. Sorry. You know, family. So why should people like give K-pop a chance and like be more open to trying stuff?
Um, K-pop is how do I explain K-pop? I'm not really going to give a great example, but K-pop just I don't know how do I explain it. I don't know. K-pop's just like for me, it's like an escape. I can just listen to it any time of the day. It's I don't know. How do I explain it? Um, I don't know. It's just a style of music that has an enormous fan base in them and so many groups. And if you don't like one group, there's got to be a group out there for you. You don't necessarily. I don't know Korean. I'm learning Korean thanks to K-pop. Like I'm more open to things about the world. I am more immersed in like Asian culture. I've learned so much about the continent, not just of South Korea, but of the whole of Asia.
Mhm.
Like different cultures that are there, and I don't know. It's just the music is one part, but like the whole culture that's there is just phenomenal. I'm probably sounding really bad, like really cheesy, trying to
It's
explain
fine.
K-pop.
It's just like a fangirl moment, I feel.
Like it's hard to explain certain like fandoms and books to
Right,
people.
right,
Oh, you just have to read the book.
right,
That's
I feel.
that's the only way you're gonna know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that's the same with K-pop. Is you just have to be open. There's gonna be some things you don't like. There's some things I don't like about K-pop. And some people might like, just like there are within a fandom, and it is a fandom. And there's different types of fandoms for different groups. And I don't know, you just have to be really, really open to K-pop. And some things can be really, really shocking, and some things are just whatever. It's K-pop.
Okay, random question. I've just been wondering this. Like, what does BTS stand for? Like, random question.
Okay, BTS in Korean stands for Bangtan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I always mess it up. But in English, it's commonly referred to as the Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and in a lot of cases, K-pop does acronyms. So there's, I'm trying to think. There's a couple groups that have like their name is one group. Their name is called Teen Top,
Okay.
and it has a really interesting meaning to it. I'm just gonna try to find it so I know I'm getting the right one. Okay, Teen Top. I think they've been around for a while too, but Teen Top means. Hey, get ready for this.
Oh God.
Teenager, emo boy, emotion, next generation talent, object praise. That's what Teen Top stands for.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when I heard, I was just like, why? Just call them Teen Top and have no meaning to it. Yeah. So I have some trivia, like
Okay.
some multiple choice here. So roll up your sleeves. Let's get started.
Oh God.
Let me find it first. Okay. Since you have, I'm going off of trivia that of the groups you have seen, so
Okay.
you're not just totally like I don't know what's happening. So, first question goes to BTS. Which BTS member taught himself English? Like self-taught himself English.
Can do I?
Is it either A, J-Hope,
Okay.
B, Jin, or C, Rap Monster? Who is the leader? And a rapper. And my baby.
Is it Rat Monster?
Yeah. He taught himself self-taught himself English, and it's insane.
Why is he called Rat Monster, by the way? I'm just curious.
He likes rapping and he's the monster, but his real name is Namjoon.
Okay.
So a lot of K-pop idols get like a stage name,
Okay. Okay.
so people will know them better. Okay, who is the leader of Big Bang? Is it A, Top, B, G Dragon, or C, Daesung?
Well, I'm gonna go with Top because that name sounds familiar.
No,
No.
it's G Dragon. G Dragon's been around for so long.
Okay.
Okay. An FX. Okay. Which FX member has a popular solo album that includes the title song "Shake That Brass"?
Well, the only song person name I know is Amber, so I'm gonna go with Amber.
Ding ding ding.
Really? Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I did that one because I don't know, I love that song. So if you get the chance, just listen to
Okay,
that.
I'll check it out. Check it out.
Okay. Let me try to. Where did I put all these questions? Okay, I'm gonna just give you one other trivia from a group you don't know, just so you can get into them. So
Okay.
the group called B1A4 is named after A, their blood types, B, last names, or C, day of birth.
So
Like
in multiple choice,
B1A4.
uh, I'm just gonna go with A.
Yeah, there's one member that has a B blood type, and then 4 members that have an A blood type. So it's B1, A4. It's
Okay.
I was very confused by that. Okay, what are Big Bang fans called? A, VIPs, B, Beasties, or C, Royals?
I'm gonna go with Royals because I like that name.
No, they're fan group. A lot of K-pop groups have fan groups. They're called VIPs. Very important person.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So for EXO, how many members did they start with, and how many members do you think approximately? We don't really know. Do they have now?
Um, okay. I'm gonna go with 11.
And how many do you think they have now?
I'm gonna say 9.
You're correct on the 9, but they did start off with 12 members.
I was really close.
So close. Yeah, I think EXO really intimidates me. I've never been really able to get into EXO. Like I like their music, I like how much effort they put in, but I'm not like a stan of them. I'm not like compared to like BTS.
Yeah.
I'd pick BTS over EXO. People are gonna kill me for that, but
Oh
I don't know.
well.
I've been trying to get more into EXO, but there's just been like so much history. Ha, irony. Of EXO. Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. Out of the groups that you listened
Okay.
to and watched, what group would you want to be a part of?
I'm gonna say 2.
Okay.
One.
You can pick one girl group, one boy group if you want to.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I really don't vibe with any of the girl groups, but I really like BTS and I like EXO just because of that one member that I can't pronounce his name, but I think he's really pretty.
How would you pronounce it? I probably will butcher it too.
Okay. Is it Sehun? Sehun?
Sehun. Sehun.
Sehun? Okay, that one. I think he's really pretty. I saw him on my Tumblr dash one time and I was like, that's a pretty boy.
Basically every single K-pop ever.
True.
K-pop fan ever. Um, what other questions do I have here on this paper? Where is it? Okay. Rat. Never mind. Okay. What? Since Rat Monster is very, very intelligent, what do you think his IQ is?
How high do IQs go? Oh my god, that sounds so terrible.
Like average, I think is like I don't know, 120. Probably. I don't know, but like out of the range of IQs that you've heard, what do you think his IQ is? I think both like I want to say 60 is average. Let me get that. What's an average IQ?
Okay, because I don't really know a lot about IQs, and I feel kind of dumb for not knowing anything.
You and me both. Average IQ will lie between 90 and 110. Like average IQ.
So I'm gonna go with what's you said 110 was the highest. So I'm gonna go
like 90, 110.
okay. I'm gonna go with 170.
Wait, you said 170, right?
Yeah.
His actual IQ is 148. And he was in
Oh,
the top, I think, 1.5% in the country for English, I think, some other subjects. He's just like a genius, and
oh
he's
really?
rapping and one of the most famous people in
Oh, that's
Korea
so cool.
for boy groups. Yeah, I'm like, well, you could have solved world hunger or something for a disease, but no, you're rapping.
It's fine. He's doing his fans a service. So.
He's good. Good. It's all good.
Great, great.
So I think that's all the questions that I have.
Okay.
Do you
So
have any more questions?
I don't think so. I think I got all of it out. If not, I'll probably be DMing you on Twitter.
Good.
So
I try to do that. Um,
it was really helpful. I felt like I learned so many things. I learned many words I will never be able to pronounce. But
there's wait, where did I learn it from? There's, I think, a site called All K-pop, and they had a forum about it. And if I
oh,
find it, I'll send it to you. And it just
all
has
right.
really simple versions of that.
Okay. But this was great. I love that we decided to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so much more cultured and it was great. I had a fun time.
Yeah, I did too. So if anyone wants to like learn more about K-pop, come over to my channel. I'm doing I have a lot of new videos planned, and it's stressful. I'm doing expectations versus realities of being a K-pop fan, pros and cons of being an international fan, K-pop 101. So if anyone wants to just send in a question, I will answer them in Q&A style, I guess, but it will just be informing people about K-pop. Um, there's a convention that I was invited to go to and talk about K-pop.
That's
So
so
there will be
cool.
I I know. Ever since I started like making K-pop videos, I've just been so amazed with the amount of support. Like I thought when I changed my channel name that everyone would be like, "Oh my god, you don't like books anymore." I mean, I still love books. I read all the time, but K-pop is back. So yeah, just I don't know. I'm maybe going to a couple events that I was invited to talk about K-pop, and I've just been really blessed with so many different opportunities, and it's incredible.
That's so great. So I'll leave all of Adriana's links down below and you guys can check that out. But for now, I think that's it for this live show. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you in my next video, and Adriana will see you in her next video.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.